Good evening, SourceFedNerd Anime Club. It's me, Jenny, aka ClassyLibrarian, and this week's anime was Corpse Party Tortured Souls. And my career review for this is possibly, no, pretty sure it's the most disturbing thing I've ever watched in my entire life. I did justice by this series. I watched it in the dark, at night time, and marathoned my way through all 4 of the episodes, and then I had to stay up till 5 o'clock in the morning watching Charlie's Angels because I needed that level of cheese to kind of cleanse my brain after watching this. This anime holds no quarters. It literally goes all out, and there are some things that I wish I could forget from this anime. This anime makes Tokyo Ghoul look like Kiki's Flying Delivery Service, and that says something considering how disturbing the last episode of Tokyo Ghoul is. So yeah, this was a creepy, scary, gory anime. I've got to give points. It's definitely a lot scarier than another, which was the first kind of scary anime that I'd really watched. And in the same way as another, because it's an anime, which means that all of the art style is consistent, it's not different effects layering on top of each other. The gore in this is very visceral, it's very part of the world, and it's gory and gross. From a directorial standpoint, they really don't shy away from the gore. They zoom in on what's happening full frame and let you watch as the eyeballs get popped out and the stomachs get splattered everywhere and body parts get ruptured left, right and centre, and you know, that knife goes in and you see it wiggle around and you see the skin wrinkle where the pressure builds, and then lots and lots of blood. There's a lot of really clever directorial choices in this. There's they use this, I think it's with a musical cue, they tilt the frame like a little child going like this. Quite a lot, and it's creepy because you feel like you're being watched all the time. They also do a lot of distance cutting, so they'll start from a far point and then they'll get faster and get closer and closer and closer, so you feel like something's coming towards you. It's really creepy, and they do that a lot. There's just generally a lot of really creepy effects, not to mention just freaky visuals. Again, lots of things to do with eyes, lots of things to do with internal organs spewing left, right and centre. From a story standpoint, it's a very creepy story. There's some paedophilia undertones, although it's never explicitly said. They're not scared to murder children a lot in very visceral and gory ways. And for some reason though, the plot is designed in such a way that during the course of these 4 episodes, which I believe are OVA for a game, Corpse Party the game, I think these are OVA episodes for that, they managed to keep the pace consistent so that at the end of each episode, even though you're like, I don't want to watch this, I don't want to watch this anymore, I'm still like, but they've given me enough plot progression that I want to find out what happens next. I want to see who survives, I want to know who gets out alive, and the fact that they give us a little bit of information each episode, so you really feel like there's a mystery to be worked out, and there is an answer, there is a solution, there is a way out. So there's a lot of really good progression in that way, even though that I wanted to turn it off. And when I'm 80 or so and I'm still having dramatic flashbacks of the series, I'll still be like, how and why did I manage to finish watching this? But at the same time, I'm kind of happy that I'd get to it at the end, because the end was, I think, as satisfying as this sort of horror could get. It definitely has a, yay, we made it out sort of feeling going on, which I really appreciated. As I said, this is an OVA for a game, and I definitely got a lot of, if you like Western horror games, you'll probably like, well, at least games that are popular in Western culture, you'll probably get a lot of interesting references. I definitely got a lot of the feels from Alma from Fear. There's a girl in a red dress and she destroys things. There's also, it felt kind of like Silent Hill in that it's kind of like an underworld, another world. Generally very creepy, good plot, great animation. It's beautiful and detailed, so that when you come into the non-horror world, it's so intensely bright that you always feel like it's like you can see too much. It's all blaring and very much really has the separation between the dark realm and the light, normal realm. Similarly, the dark realm is so complicated and so beautifully drawn that I found myself, like, my eyes darting to every corner of the screen to try and see if I could see something sneaking up on them. Of course I can't, because it's anime and it's very, you know, controlled. Something's on screen or it's not on screen, and yet my eyes were like searching for can I see something sneaking up? Can I see something sneaking up? The use of darkness is exceptional, and there's some beautiful, subtle editing that if Western horror movies really obeyed some of these rules, the jump scares would be so much more complex and the tension would be really built up. There's some really, like, there's a subtle moment where the Alma type character is behind two of the characters, and if you're not concentrating you won't see it, you'll just get this like really creepy feeling, and I literally jumped out my skin. Yeah, so would I recommend this anime? If you're in for some really disturbing, creepy, awesome, terrifying, traumatic gore, watch this. It's all of those things. If you are of a sensitive nature, don't go near this series with a 10-foot pole. It's not good. I still need to kind of desensitize my brain or watch all the horror movies that I'm supposed to be watching for Halloween now while I'm still traumatised, and then, you know, strain my memory off a little bit. I think I'm probably going to have traumatic amnesia from this. Give it 24 hours, I probably would have forgotten the whole thing. There we go. If you want video proof of how scared and how screwed up this anime is, I will put a link somewhere on screen. It's probably been on screen the entire of this video, to my web camera filming me as I freak the frickety frack out. And I'm not swearing in this video, but in that video there is quite a bit of swearing. But there we go, it's good to be back on Anime Club. At some point I'll probably do an anime update because I have watched all of Tokyo Ghoul, I just haven't done a review for it. And there we go. Good to be back. Feel free to comment down below and all of those wonderful things, and maybe, depending on my timings, see you next week. Bye guys!